Rhys, obviously disappointing with the result, and I imagine you look at the 2 goals and think they were fairly scrappily lost, but we did do the basics better than last week, so is that something to build on, or am I grasping a wee bit?
Listen, the boys' application and effort was there. I think more of a belief factor, especially in the first half. I thought the kind of game plan and what we intended to do was kind of working. We were frustrating them, a lot of turnovers, and it was just that kind of belief to go and attack with a purpose and a bit of kind of confidence and authority. Second half, kind of huffed and puffed. I think we hit the bar twice, a couple of wee kind of half chances, but again, listen, they're a good team going forward. They create overloads in certain areas, and like you say, the frustrating part's probably the 2 goals that come in. Other opportunities in the game, we probably defend a lot better. But no, listen, it's one of these ones that's a sore one, but the boys have got to get themselves dusted down and ready to go.
The timing of the first goal, I suppose, because we were well in that first half, and we just really started to threaten them a couple of times as well. For that goal going in that period, maybe 10 minutes before the break, seemed to set us back a wee bit. I suppose that's stating the obvious, but were you pleased with how they reacted?
But listen, I actually thought we started the better of the 2 teams in the game. Listen, Falkirk had a bit of possession along their back line and between the goalkeeper that wasn't really hurting us. There was a few turnovers, square passes into the middle of the pitch, which Rico and McGrattan and others managed to kind of counter on and nick off them. And then it was just that little bit of quality, especially in that first probably 30 minutes, that have that belief and that mindset that you're really going to go and attack. And I think had they done that, maybe it would have been a better opportunity, and certainly given them a lot of problems. And then obviously they get that goal, and it just helps their confidence and a bit of momentum shift towards them, see it out to half time. And then the second half, I thought again Falkirk kind of grew into the game, and it's probably a bit of a mindset thing. The application and effort and stuff was there, but then obviously they moved the ball reasonably well, and like you said, we hit the bar, and another day that maybe changes the kind of momentum in the game. But looking at the game, I think like I said, kind of fine moments, and certainly moments in games could determine the outcome.
There's no really much Ben's done wrong there when he gets his head on that, so to see it come crashing off the crossbar, and that's 2-1 with maybe 5 minutes to go in total, could have really put us in there. It's just not falling for us at the moment in the attacking area.
Aye, but listen, he gets himself kind of in between the goals. I think he gets good contact on the header, and unlucky, like you said, kind of 6 inches kind of lower, and it's in the back of the net. But that kind of sparks a wee bit of belief with kind of 5-10 to go. We start kind of pressing them in the right areas and stuff, and we probably should have done that a little bit sooner in the half, rather than feeling sorry for ourselves a little bit. But in terms of the application and effort, I thought the boys put that in today, but it was just obviously not enough, and like I say, maybe just in the final third and going forward just lacked that wee bit of cutting edge quality.
Is that the part that's missing, the belief in that final third, just given the wee run that we're on going forward? Is that maybe the part that we're just lacking when we get into those areas?
Aye, because certainly we were in the areas. I think, like I said, in that first half, I can count kind of off the top of my head the amount of times that kind of Rhys Armstrong won the ball back and kind of robbed possession of their midfielders, and it was then could be countered at kind of pace and going flood forward, picking the right options, making better runs. And it was just like I said, that run, that kind of pass, that decision that we made was wrong. But the intent was there, and it was more a case of could we kind of stick to that principle in the second half. The opportunities will come, don't get frustrated or kind of flustered that they're having the ball in certain areas. We're setting traps, and like you said, Falkirk kind of then grew into the game, and the goal obviously comes at a wrong kind of bad time for us, given the start that we'd made. And then second half, obviously the longer the game goes on, Falkirk grow, and they're trying to go and chase that second to get it, which is a big kind of relief from them. You can hear them from the side, they're kind of trying to chase that second goal. And like I say, with kind of 10-15 to go, we have a couple of big chances, and I think maybe at 1-0 and boys kind of sticking to the game plan and being in that, then with 15-20 minutes to go, could have been a different game.
Rhys, thanks very much. We'll see you Tuesday.
Cheers.
Thank you. Lewis, obviously disappointing result. It's not what we're looking for. We need to get back to winning ways, but it's hard not to look at that as an improvement on last week.
Yeah, you maybe could say that, probably because last week was so poor. It's not nice losing, but I thought we probably started the game quite well this week. Stuck to the game plan well. Came here to try frustrate. Thought we'd done that for maybe, I don't know what time ago it was, maybe just after half an hour. Up until then, thought decent within the game, but then we conceded the goal and kind of come off it a wee bit. So frustrating, aye.
The goal itself, it comes at a really bad time for us because, like you say, we're well in that first half hour or so, and maybe just lacking the wee final pass or the final cross, but beyond that we were very much in the game, winning the ball in the midfield. And Rhys, when we were speaking to him, talked about maybe just the scrappy nature of the opening goal. It's just from the corner, the second phase, and they just managed to get it turned away. How frustrating was that, given what we put into the first half up to that point?
Yeah, really frustrating, to be fair, because you do a lot of work during the week on set pieces and trying to be as compact as we can from them, both ways, attacking and defending. So to concede for a set piece is really frustrating for us. But like you say, up to then I thought we were well in the balance of the game, and it was maybe just that wee bit of quality we lacked going forward, but we battled away well. Like, they didn't really have many chances up to then, so to concede like that and probably swing the game is frustrating.
Towards the end of the match, there was a crossbar, a couple of headers over the bar and stuff like that, and we had a couple of shots that the keeper was able to save, but it felt like we were starting to work our way back into those attacking areas. Are we just lacking a wee bit of belief in the final third, because it's not quite clicking for us there? What's your take on that?
It probably is subconsciously, just by the nature of the results, the belief stuff, but that's the way we probably should approach games more often, the way the last 20-25 minutes, like the pressure on their goal, couple of chances, obviously the headers are unlucky, so I think we just need to try and start with that intensity going forward in games.
It's an easy thing to say, that the players just believe in themselves. It must be a much more difficult thing to translate onto the park. What's your feeling on how we generate that? Is it just about getting the shoulders back and being determined?
I don't think it's boys like choosing to or meaning to. I think it's probably just the nature of the results. Obviously the bad run we're on, but like we've said in there, you can't allow it to fester. Like, we need to keep doing things properly, keep working hard, and keep believing that we're good players and what we're doing's right, and results will turn.
You see it in training and all the work you do together off the field, that there's quality in that dressing room to go out and get positive results in this division. How difficult will it be just to make sure that shines through? Have you still got that belief in your teammates and yourself?
100%, aye. I don't think there'd be any point any of us being here if we didn't, if we lost faith in what we're doing. We know where we are, we're not going to hide for that, but we'll keep doing what we've been asked to do, and I fully believe things will turn around for us.
Lewis, thanks very much for speaking to us.
Thank you.